Real Animals Tackle Box presented by CCA Florida and the CCA Star Tournament. In today's Real Animals Tackle Box, Mike and I are using 7-foot 2-inch AR-15 medium weight fast action Real Animals Signature Series spinning rods by Bull Bay, Quantum 40 smoke spinning reels with 15-pound braided line and 25-pound fluorocarbon leader. We were throwing Mirror Lure Little Johns and Little John XLs and the Mirror Lure Marsh Minnows fished on 1/4 ounce and 1/8 ounce jig heads and 1/8 ounce weedless weighted bass hooks. Real Animals Tackle Box is brought to you by Quantum, the real choice for the real animals. Strike King, #1 in fishing lures. Mirror Lure, the record setters. Ingle Coolers, the first, the best, your last. Bull Bay Rods, combined with original Fuji guides for a difference you can feel. The Real Animals Tackle Box presented by CCA Florida and the CCA Star Tournament. Just rolled out of one of TJ's backcountry spots. We caught some snook and some trout, a couple more really nice redfish. Spent about an hour, hour and a half just kind of working on one flat. Had a lot of fish and a lot of action on it. Sun's getting up now, it's getting closer to midday. We kind of moved out here into the open. TJ wants to fish a hump he's got out here. It's covered in grass, hoping to kind of upgrade our trout a little bit. We caught a few small ones in the backcountry. There's been some bigger ones hanging out here. We'll see what we can pull up. Uh-oh.
I had to get him out of his hole, man.
There he is.
You got a fish on there, don't you?
Double.
Waiting for him to come back for it. He was swimming with it. Oh, you do hooker? You want an assist on it? I can attempt this.
Well, that's the area right there.
Oh, here, let me grab the line. Or you want to grab the fish?
Boy, crazy good trout bite, huh?
Well,
I think they'll eat artificials just fine.
Yeah,
TJ.
I guess we don't have to worry about that.
No, I think they'll eat whatever you put in front of them.
Have TJ keep de-hooking them so I can get another.
Hey, will you get that for me, TJ? Hurry, Mike, hurry.
I got it.
Right over the top.
Nice. Oh, little Troutski, a little mixing it up on this little bit deeper flat. Speckled trout. I really like to take the D-hooker to these fish. As Mike Tinian said, a future trophy. Flip it right off there, you're good to go. Don't have to touch it. The least that you can touch any of the fish, the better off they're gonna be. Fish have a slime coat and trout are real sensitive to it. But you wanna try to keep that slime coat on those fish. If you notice, 98% of my shows, I don't even use a landing net. I believe that landing net takes a lot of slime off those fish, whether it's redfish or snook or trout. So that's why I usually try to handle them by hand. My hands are wet, they're in the water. Just try to do the best you can. If you're not gonna be keeping fish, and you know, fish taste good, there's no doubt about it. And there's regulations set in place for us to take certain species home, and all that's good. But if you're gonna release fish, which I do probably 95% of the time unless I'm on a charter, then you know it's best to just make sure your hands are wet, do a real good job releasing those fish, keep them safe, and that way you can catch them tomorrow.
As Mike says, man, you don't want to touch these fish the best you can, so you can use this D-hooker, and it works really well. What I usually do is I wrap my hands in the line, and then what you want to do is pull this D-hooker and pull it down on the hook. And what I do is I turn it away, pull it away. And then most of the time you can just twist it and pulls it right out. And that way you're not touching the fish and swims off great. And no slime loss. Really good for catfish and trout, ladyfish, anything.
Well, it's not a new style, it's just Kudabrands. And that when you grab the hook, run it down, grab the hook, squeeze it, and it'll pull the hook right to you. You're good to go. These work really good if the fish has the hook down in its throat or deep hooked them, then that D-hooker works really well for that. Now we got them both out, so. You fish with TJ Stewart, you may need 3 or 4 D-hookers. It could get so crazy.